here with Our Generation with Melissa Shaw, and I'm here with Aaron, dope ass man that's doing some dope ass shit in Indianapolis.
Appreciate it. Appreciate
Welcome.
it.
I've been trying to get you on my show, so we finally
You
did
have.
it.
We're here. No, we're
Yes.
here. I'm excited. I'm
I've been
excited.
watching you, and I commend you for what you do
I
because you're really
appreciate it.
making an impact with the young ones, and you're doing it in a way that incorporates them.
Absolutely.
And I think that's important because as older ones, they create the programs, but then they want them to conform to it
Right.
instead of what do you want? What do you need to see? Or even getting them involved and let's create
Absolutely.
it together.
Yep. For sure. For
Yeah.
sure. I just think it's important. We make a lot of decisions for kids, and we don't involve them. Like you shouldn't be having meetings about youth violence, but not incorporating youth so they can actually show you that it's actually a lot more to it than them just out here just doing whatever. It's a
Absolutely.
lot going on. It's a lot of politics behind a lot of stuff that's going on, and people wouldn't understand because they too high up. So, and kids want somebody they can relate to. They don't want nobody that's gonna come from up top and talk to them up top. You gotta
Yeah.
speak their lingo, listen to their music, wear what they wear. So it's just
Absolutely.
important. And that's how I see it. Like I let them kind of guide everything we do.
I love that.
And they know I'm a safe space, and they know I'm a stepper. So if something go down, I'm there. I don't take. It just is what it is.
No,
Yeah.
I'm the same way. I feel that way about like Chase and Stack Over Shine. Like y'all my boys. Like I will step in front of you.
Yeah.
Like I don't play with them because
Right,
I'm about to
sure.
shut Indianapolis down.
For sure.
But they need to have that feeling,
Yep.
that camaraderie among the generations.
Yep.
Feeling
You're
that
right.
gap is being bridged because now I have somebody that I can really relate to and it's not trying to make me be what they want me to be. They're allowing me, like you said, to be in that safe space. They're being seen and they're just allowed to evolve the way they need to.
Yep. That's what a lot of people don't see. They so quick to judge them, but they don't really like engage with them and understand why they doing what they doing. So
Thank you.
that's kind of where we come in. Is just
Yeah.
we teach them what we know, but we also go off what they doing. We listen to their stories and we help navigate them. But we let them answer a lot of their own questions. We don't try
Yeah.
to take too much
No.
credit for nothing, and it just works.
Yeah.
And it shows. And I mean, the numbers show what we doing, how many jackets we giving out. Just different stuff. How the kids interact when we pull up to schools, like we like rock stars to them. But
Wow.
really, we big brothers. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And a lot of them look at us like dads and stuff. But that's what we want. We want them to be excited to be around us, be excited to engage with us. And we know once a kid love you, they love you forever. So
Absolutely.
we can get stuff done.
Yeah. So tell everybody, just introduce yourself,
Okay.
about your organization, how long you've been doing it.
Aaron Green, Big Struggle. I started doing a clothing brand about 10 years ago, called Struggle Made Me. It was amazing. And then also started social work around the same time. So helping people. Started with the Department of Child Services. Hated everything about it. So I created my own lane after working a couple jobs, just working with kids. Then I started Struggle Made Us, which is my nonprofit. And I really created that off of, just want something different, like a program for kids. I did it during COVID. So Struggle University kind of was born during that time. And we've been stepping ever since. I pride myself on just being a fearless leader. So, I step for kids, and that means I step in front of whoever and let them know, like, nah, y'all wrong. In our program, we help kids identify what trauma is, teach them how to communicate what they need, and then we teach them how to heal, cope, and move forward. They get a Letterman jacket after they done,
Nice.
and they enter like our family forever. So
Yeah.
we take kids out of town
Yeah.
constantly.
Who are you taking them this year?
Yeah, I'm taking them to Puerto Rico this
I
year.
heard that. I was like, okay, I
So
love it.
we just constantly trying to do something different.
Yeah.
And Puerto Rico was important because when I went, it was like paradise. So I want these kids to be able to experience that same type of feel. You know what I'm saying?
Because they don't think they see it on TV. They never dream outside of where they're at, and so
Yep.
that's powerful.
So if you've never been outside of your neighborhood, then you're not even gonna know that there's so much more that exists. And so we want to take them there, And everybody like, how you? Are they gonna go on like they gonna learn something? Like, nah, we going for a vacation.
Right.
We're gonna teach them what vacation looks like because they've
Yeah.
never had it.
Yeah.
We call jail a vacation. You know what I mean? So
Right.
that's what we trying to do. We're just
Yeah.
trying to, but yeah, we trying to get them to Puerto Rico. We're gonna get some kids. I took a group of kids to Atlanta, Alabama last year, and they had never been out. A lot of them had never been outside of Indiana, outside of
Wow.
465, really.
Wow.
So that was important. So I just, yeah, we're gonna travel and do it up.
Yeah. So how did you come up with the name Struggle University, or like your clothing line? How did you come up with that?
So Struggle Made Me came. My dad got murdered when I was. So my dad went to prison when I was 5. He got out when I was 16 and was murdered by a 17-year-old when I was
Wow.
17. So
Wow.
it was this one vivid moment where my dad had got out of prison. He picked up all of my friends. We went to a carnival out west. He was dropping us off, but he heard Boosie My Struggle. And it's like it plays in my head slow motion. And he felt every word. And that became my favorite song. So when I was done playing football in college, one thing that has always been consistent is just struggle, adversity. Something trying to just bring me down. So like struggle made me. You know what I mean? Like because it
Yeah.
really did. My dad's situation pushed me to play college football, have an opportunity to work out for NFL teams, and just keep pushing. So I came up with struggle made me, and every time somebody saw it, it like hit their heartstrings. Like,
Yeah.
damn, you right. And it wasn't just black people; it was everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody who read it was like, damn, I go and gas it. Like, damn, you right. Like I
Yeah.
experienced, and then start talking.
Mm.
And then for me, like I love helping people. So
Mhm.
if I can help you through the clothes, I don't have to focus too much on like being able to serve because I can't serve everybody, and I know
Right.
that.
Yeah.
But if I can sell some clothes that motivate you to
Yeah.
get to the next day, then we're gonna focus on that.
I love that, and everybody. I love the story because when you look at people that create clothing brands, there's a reason why they chose that name.
100%, absolutely.
And something happened in their life where they wanted to like chase what Trench Hardin.
Yeah,
You know, his mentality, why he called it Trench Hardin, is because you can come from the trenches.
for sure.
And he's from the streets,
Yep.
and he wants to show the people from the streets that his generation that you can become something.
Yep, for sure.
You know,
for sure.
and I'm sure you run into a lot of young men now. There's some dope young men out here.
No, oh yeah. Every kid, I've never ran into a kid that just was a shitty kid.
Yeah.
I've never ran into a kid that was just evil,
Yeah.
that was born evil,
No.
that didn't. I run into a lot of kids that life beat them down early,
Yeah.
and they just kind of fell into a cycle in the system,
Mhm.
and they all want better, and they want to battle back, but they don't really got nobody. So
Yeah.
if the first 2 people that you're supposed to love wholeheartely with everything in you disappoint you or let you down, then the rest of the world is what it is.
Yeah.
And that's what you find. So now I've never met just a bad kid. I meet kids that go through some crazy shit and don't nobody give a damn and expect them to still navigate this world after some crazy shit.
Right. And let you go through that same type of
Right, you gonna
stuff.
crumble. So
Exact, yep.
So that and a lot of them go through grown people issues, but there's not
Yeah.
a grown person there
Yeah.
to navigate them through it. So that's who I am. I became who I needed.
Yeah.
When I went through my situation.
Yep.
Yeah, we just every day, consistently.
So how long
every
you
day.
been doing this?
So I've been doing social work for the last 10 years. I've mentored.
I say, how many can you even think? Do you know all of them? You still know all of, or do you still keep
So I know all of them, and all of them, if they remember my number or still have access to me.
Yeah.
I made sure I never changed my number, just because I wanted people to be able to still reach out. There's so many kids that I don't work with. I'm not connected with nearly half of them, but
Yeah.
over time, because a lot of them are in the system too, so they're in the foster care system, so they've been moved around,
Yeah.
shuffled around. Oftentimes, I'll meet a kid, we'll get a great connection, and then the foster care system will just move them.
Wow.
And so it's like, damn, I can't get back in contact
Yeah.
with them or nothing. But my number's still always been the same. It's gonna remain the same because I want them to have anything they need. Like if I don't have it, we're gonna figure out how to get it. Yeah.
Yep.
So
And I love that, and I'm the same way.
yeah.
Like the gentleman that I took to the Men in Black game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like he texted me the day before and said, "I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it because I don't have no clothes to wear." I said, "Oh no,
Right.
we are not that is not on the table.
For
That's
sure.
not an option. I don't care if I got to take you to the store myself.
Yeah,
we are not
yeah.
doing this."
For sure.
And reached out to some people and made it, and it had such a huge impact on him. He was like, "I've
Absolutely.
never been anywhere like this."
That's dope. That's dope.
And
I'm
his
glad
initial
that
thought was, "I want my peers to experience this.
Yep.
I want to do this." And I'm like, "All right, it's done."
Yeah.
So
for
we about to
sure.
come up with something this fall. Like,
Yeah,
and I want
absolutely.
them to do it. I want y'all to run it. I want you to honor each other.
Absolutely.
Because you don't have that. You have older ones doing it, but when it comes to that peer to peer,
Yeah.
it hits different.
Yeah, it definitely is different. And it's a bigger impact. Like if I can hear it, I can hear it from older people. And it's like,
yeah, that's
if I
what
can
you're
hear it
supposed
from my
to do.
that's what you're supposed to. But if I hear it from somebody my age, that's totally different dynamic.
Yep.
So that's dope. Nah, I hope that. Please make that happen. Let me
Oh,
know
it's
how
gonna
I
have.
can
Katina
support
already said she will be a part of it.
Good,
so no,
good.
and P30 said I could have it there.
Oh yeah, okay.
You know, P30,
perfect.
that's my.
Yeah,
I love that
spot.
place. That is my spot. It's
For
just,
sure.
I don't know. It's just what they're trying to do, and people don't really know. And just the atmosphere, the environment. It's like a family.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
It's an amazing. We need one of those in all corners of Indianapolis.
For sure. No, for sure.
And it's not just a co-working space.
Right.
You know,
right.
it's literally a family. It's like we having conversations like, how can we do this better? What's your suggestion?
Yeah, for sure.
And getting the community involved is huge.
That's extremely important. No, that's extremely. Yeah, every time I go there, it's dope. And it's a multitude of different things you can do in there. So, shout out to P30, man. They doing some great stuff.
Absolutely. You know, they have another one in Anderson now.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Yep, they opened one in Anderson too.
That's dope.
Yeah,
that's dope. Yeah, we're gonna have to check that one out.
So, what do you have working on? What are you working on this year?
So this year, working on the Puerto Rico trip, working on getting the building, funding for a building. I want a one-stop shop for the kids that I work with, where they can come and just be themselves, and I have all the services in house. So we're not gonna only working on your mental health. We're gonna work on the physical. Then we're gonna go over here and we're gonna work on your social, where we're gonna play games with you, and just somewhere like a lounge where they can come. But we got therapy in there. We got a rec room where they can go in and take a bat to a TV if that's how they feel it, instead of doing it at home.
There's this one place that's called where you can go in and break stuff.
Yeah, so that's right.
Sometimes it be like that.
Sometimes you need that.
I go boxy, and I love boxy. Like sometimes I just be wanting to hit some stuff.
I understand. I want to hit some stuff on a daily basis, right? I'm working on getting my own DCS contract, so I can provide services through me and the people that that work with me, because I want to be the person that trains people to do what I do.
I love that. And that's all a part of changing the narrative.
Absolutely.
And that's huge.
Yeah,
and
I need more.
Again, I commend you on that, because
the
people that are already in the system doing this, y'all need to go sit down somewhere. Because it is not the same.
Yeah,
y'all are still trying to move like it's 20 years ago. And these kids are not responding for a reason.
Nah. And not everybody can do this. There's a gap, and people got to understand what their gap is, where they come in. Like, I know in a minute I'm gonna go from big brother to uncle, and so while I'm big brother, I gotta figure out how to get the most of it right now. And I'm not trying to be in the field forever. I done risked my life. I done had guns pulled on me, I done had a lot go on. We just don't speak on because it's the work. But I'm ready to teach the younger generation how to do this, so that they can create a better space for themselves.
Man, absolutely. Because can you imagine you creating an environment? Because like with my nonprofit, I'm creating it. I want the young people to run it.
Absolutely.
How dope that will be. For
sure.
For you to just come in and be like, oh, y'all good? All right, well, I'm out.
I'm out. I'm going to go ahead.
I have a phone call away, but just to know that you was able to pass those skills on is going to be, again, it's all about changing the narrative.
Absolutely.
And just really making that change and not just talk about it.
Right.
Because that's what people do is they just talk about
Yeah,
it.
for sure. Yeah,
You
it's a
know,
lot of people do it.
like with Chase, when I first met him, he was talking about wanting to do an intimate vendor event.
Right.
And so as we're talking, my mind is already starting to process, like, okay,
Mhm.
how can we make this happen?
Yeah.
And we put it together. And I told him, I said, you pick the vendors, I'll get the space. You tell me what you need for me to support you.
For sure.
When we had it, he was like, I did not expect this to happen this quick. I said, because that's just what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Like, too many people talking, playing, and no, we're doing it.
No.
It don't have to be perfect. We're going to figure it out. And it was such a dope environment
That's
because
dope.
he picked the people he wanted. They was able to tell their story
That's
and
dope.
really connect on a level that you never connected on. Now they have built a camaraderie within each other that you can't do at vendor events.
Yeah, no, you can't. Nope.
And it's not always about the money.
100%.
It's about that brand. It's about, I'm going to rock with you because now I know what your story is.
Right.
Struggle made me. I like when you hear that story and what you went through, okay, yeah, I can relate to that.
Absolutely.
And that's why people want to support it.
For sure. Yep. And that's just,
people will support missions, but most of the time, no one ever speaks about that.
Yeah, people support stories. That's a fact. People want to hear how you got to where you are.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, that's important for me. I keep posting these boats. They think I'm playing. I'm going to buy me a yacht. And
I love it.
The reason is because ain't nobody. I grew up in a lot of hoods, a lot of projects. I ain't never heard of nobody having a yacht. You know what I mean? It's just a different feeling. So, you know, these kids is motivated by what they see too. So they want to see the success. They don't want to just you beat it in their head. Show them you making some money.
Yeah.
I don't have no problem. I always show my kids, like, we talking money. I'm like, look, bro, I made this off of being positive. That's all I'm doing. You could do the same. They look at the number and be like, yeah, this will just take a little grind. Tweak
And
the skills you already got. You already got
I was going to say, they already know how to grind. Y'all already know how to hustle. You know how to go out there and get, drug dealers, sometimes they the best business people.
And I teach transferable skills to kids. So if you can sell dope, you can sell a car, you can sell clothes, you can sell anything. If you are part of a gang, you know how teamwork works. You know how to, you know what I'm saying? I
love that.
I teach that because they all have the skills to be successful.
Yeah.
They just doing it in a different direction.
Because that's what they was born into.
Seen.
And that's what they've seen. They've never been shown anything different.
Right. So when, like, even in the neighborhoods we grow up in, you see, so when you think about poverty, if I'm in an impoverished neighborhood, I watch my mama struggle and not felt it, but I knew she was working multiple jobs. So when I'm seeing the guys with the golds, the cars, the jewelry, that's my first vision of what success looks like. Of course, I'm going to want to become that.
Absolutely.
They not struggling out here. They not, and they struggling, but we don't see it.
Yeah.
We see the glory behind.
Yeah,
so
they don't know that they just dodged 20 bullets down the street.
Exactly right. Or they just got out of jail. So we see the stuff that we want. We see the money. So that's what we go to.
Yeah.
So everybody looking like, why would you do that? Well, you gonna do what you see.
Yeah.
You gonna whatever you're consumed in, that's what you become oftentimes. And so that's what we gotta see. So I do the same thing. Like, I put on what they put on. As soon as stuff starts rolling differently, I'm gonna get a new car where they're gonna look at the car and be like, damn, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they're gonna be able to ride in it. They're gonna be able to learn how to drive in it. Like, this ain't nothing. It's a technique to it.
And you got this way.
100%.
So it's possible.
Absolutely.
You don't have to get a job.
Right.
Like, I did a career day at what is low battery? I had did career day at George Washington School, and one of the guys asked me, do I have to go to college to be rich? I said, absolutely not.
No, you don't.
They don't teach them that.
Right.
All they teach them is you go to college, you get a trade. That's it. There's no other alternative.
Right,
but what if I'm not the type of person to be an employee?
Yeah.
What if I don't have the mentality that I can go in and work for somebody?
Yep.
I'm going to find something else.
100%.
So why not show them that there's another avenue for that?
Yeah, for sure. And
And
that's what people need to do.
And that's kind of where I focus on is the young entrepreneurs.
Absolutely.
Really helping them know, like, you got something. Let's hone this in. Let's make you sustainable. Let's make you a Fortune 500. Like, you can do all of that.
Absolutely. No, you're right.
You just need those skills, and you just need to know that there are opportunities and being placed in. Like with bringing Chaser, like, I didn't want anything. I want to be able to duplicate that. I want to be able to help people that I come in contact with to be in those rooms,
right?
Because they would not normally do it. If they're going to spend money on a ticket or to buy product, they're buying product to make money because they don't understand the investment. They don't understand where that can take them.
For sure.
With him, he got into 2 stores just from that, and just from there. Wiz, he put him in one of his stores, and then he's in another store.
That's dope.
All because of that connection.
Yep, that's all it takes sometimes. So, now you appreciate it for doing it because they needed you. That's I mean,
I love it. Like I would give them. Well, I mean, I had somebody sleeping on my couch.
For sure.
And, it just, and he, he was a good kid. I knew that. But you just grow. You're the product of your environment.
100%.
And I could not help.
Nah, for sure.
Even though there was some struggles. Some things that he tried to do. But they're going to do that. Because that's what he's used to.
100%.
He was working out of his trauma and survival. And I kept telling my daughter that I'm like, he is in survival mode right now.
Yep.
So whatever he can do to survive, he's going to go to what is comfortable.
100%.
Because he doesn't know anything else.
Yep. And that's it. Yep. Oftentimes you don't know what you're doing until you bump your head. But luckily, he had somebody like you who, like, look, I got you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to need you to do. And he going to remember that forever.
Yeah.
Remember that forever.
He'll text me sometimes. And now he did go to Terre Haute, so he's did go to college.
Good. Okay. It's a success story right there.
Yeah.
I got a kid I'm working with now. I can't wait till he go to college. Like, that's gonna be like one of my top things to see a kid that's in the system. Go to college and be successful.
Wow.
He gonna be at
that's
the top
the
of
best payment. Like,
for sure.
Money cannot equate to what it feels like when you know that you've had such an impact on the kid's life.
Yep. You're right. That's.
But they say it's your passion if you do it for free.
100%.
And I'm good with that.
That's the cash in right there.
Because I feel like, and you probably agree, like, it's always going to come back around. You're always going to be taken care of.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to come from ways where you're like, I wasn't expecting that, but okay, I can do this.
I focus on what makes me happy.
Yeah.
Helping these kids make me happy, and I ain't worried about no money because it keep coming. So,
and
I'm a natural hustler, so same thing I'm telling them to do. I'm going to go do. I'm going to show them that. Look, this is how I make my money. Yeah. But, we're just gonna keep doing it.
So, do you have any encouragement because I tend to have a lot of young people watch my shows?
So. Yeah. So, just keep going. Everything you going through is part of your journey. Mm-hmm. It's only gonna help you go further. Even though when it's happening and you in it, it feel like the end of the world. I promise it's not. Oftentimes when it gets harder, you closer to where you want to be.
Isn't that the truth? Because you be ready to just quit, and you be like, "Oh shit! If I would have quit, this wouldn't have happened."
And this is what. So I was listening to a story. Old man was telling. He said that an old man went to heaven and was walking around. He was looking in these rooms, and these rooms had everything like cars, money, houses, and so he was like, God. Why is all this stuff in this room? And he said, this is all the stuff that people pray for, but they give up before I'm able to bless them.
Wow.
Don't give up.
Do not.
Yeah, don't give up. Just keep going. It's going to happen. Yeah. And your story is valuable. So figure out a way to monetize your story when you feel like it's ready to be told. Yeah. That's all I did was create.
How can they support you?
Struggle made me. StruggleUniversity.org. If you connected to a school, have them bring us in. We doing game-changing work, especially with traumatized youth, giving them a chance to really learn how to communicate and how to ask for help if they need it.
Yeah.
Struggle made me on any platform you can find me. Big Struggle AG on Instagram, and I'm always posting positive stuff. I post a yacht every day, just so y'all can see I'm putting it in their face. Yeah. So when I get this yacht, they know what time it is.
Right.
I know where I'm gonna be at.
Exactly.
So,
I love it. Now, if they wanted to like volunteer or support, like physically.
Yeah. So if you want to volunteer, go to StruggleUniversity.org and shoot us a message. We'll get right back to you. We always doing something. We take kids everywhere to these events. So we always looking for people to come in and tell their story to the kids, or just give them something impactful they can use, on their journey.
Yeah, because I would love for Chase and Stack Over Shine to come in. I know I met with Charlotte from Cafe the other
Okay.
day,
Yeah.
and she wants Chase to come in and tell his story to the entrepreneur program.
That's dope. That's
Yeah,
dope. Yeah, we
so
would love to have them come
and
in.
you think of when you give them that ability to come in and tell their story, like their confidence level
Oh, for sure.
goes up so high,
Yeah.
and they're just like, oh, like damn, I'm that important that you want me to come and tell my story.
Yep. Yep. And it's something about seeing a kid get inspired by your story when you're not that much older than them. So it's like, damn,
yeah,
I am being who I needed to be.
Yep.
I'm,
and it helps them to push even more.
For sure. For
Yeah,
sure.
well, I appreciate you coming on.
I appreciate it. Thank
I
you.
know we're
Thank you.
definitely going to be working on some things together. I would love to have
Absolutely.
you a part of, the helping with the gala that I want to do for the
Yeah.
men. And I literally want them, I want to create the framework and let y'all do what y'all do.
Let's do it.
And I want to be able to give scholarships away.
That's dope.
I
That's dope.
partner with a company called CC Body Care. She's already donated $500 as a scholarship to those that are trying to be entrepreneurs, because it's important. And I feel like this generation, that's where they're going.
Yeah.
There's going to be an explosion of there already has been.
Yeah, they already
They want to run their own. They don't play.
They ain't trying to work for nobody for pennies. So.
Man, my daughter will quit a job real quick.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I be getting anxious. Like back in the day, we wouldn't dare do no stuff like that. But they don't take no shit.
Yeah, they ain't gonna stay nowhere miserable. That's that's old people stuff.
Right. I said, y'all teaching me something.
For sure.
To make sure that I'm not in a place that I'm not happy.
Man, listen,
But I appreciate it.
Yeah, let me know I'm with it. Absolutely.
Well, this has been Melissa Shaw with Our Generation, where we educate, empower, and inspire. And we are out. All right.